Hey guys, sorry for the late video. I should have said something sooner, but I'm going to start moving the upload date to Saturdays. And with my classes starting soon, videos may take longer to make and may no longer come out weekly. Again, sorry. Prisoners of Love, Season 1, Episode 3. Here we have Finn holding Slime Princess for some reason, but we will find out at the end of the episode. Ice King is extremely sad to see them together and is crying. There is also this ladybug also crying. Not sure what that's about, but alright. I can't get over the fact that there are all these leaves and stuff despite knowing this entire episode takes place in the Ice Kingdom. This episode opens with Finn and Jake having a blast in the snow, sledding down countless ice hills. I wish I could do that. This poor ice golem was just enjoying his day, and then boom, now he's a cat. After what seems to be one sick jump too many, the boys' sled breaks. The dynamic of Finn and Jake in this opening is just so great. Seeing these characters have so much fun even after something like a broken sled happens is just really nice. Jake with his stretchy powers is not ready to stop yet, and so invites Finn to grab on as they continue their snow day. What's up with this Cyclops? Finn hits this sick kickflip on Jake and they switch positions so that Jake can have a turn snowboarding. They run into a herd of penguins, and this reminded me of the penguin sledding from Avatar The Last Airbender, especially this part in the ice tunnel. They come flying out of the peak of the mountain and interrupt whatever the Ice King was doing. What was he doing here, like, actually? It looks like there's a frog or something in his box. Wait, is he burying his pet? Oh no. If that is the case, then that makes this next interaction way worse and makes Finn and Jake look like huge jerks. Oh no. Ice King is obviously upset that he was interrupted. Finn and Jake complain like, oh great, it's Ice King. Like, yeah, you are on his land, dude. Of course he is here. Jake, after ruining the funeral, calls Ice King a big nerd, not just a regular nerd. A big one. Not cool, Jake. Ice King tells them that they are trespassing, and for what they just did, I would just leave if I were them. But nope. Jake doubles down and says that they are only trying to beat the heat. Finn tries to add to that by mentioning the fact that there is this hot lava monster in their yard. Jake jokingly says, oh yeah, I bet you think it is hot, and sets Ice King off. I didn't really think much of this joke, I just kinda thought it was whatever, honestly. Finn then makes fun of Ice King, and it's like, guys, come on. Y'all kinda suck right now. If I hadn't noticed the pet frog, I would be more like whatever. But I did notice it. So y'all are actually being terrible right now. Ice King, being the king of cool, summons a few snow monsters to teach Finn and Jake a lesson. But the boys start to take care of them and have lots of fun doing it. Jake rolls this tiny one into a snowball and throws it at one of the others. And like, dang, that's kind of morbid if you think about it. They celebrate their victory and Ice King decides enough is enough and ices them. I really like this shot of the Ice Kingdom. The blue and the yellow with a hint of magenta is just really pleasing to look at. And I like the use of these god rays coming from beyond the hills. Ice King makes a joke about how he needs a magic back, and honestly, I couldn't help but laugh at this. I could really use one of those too. There's this random 10-second bit about trail mix that I'm not gonna go over just because it's like, yeah, it's trail mix. It's good. And this bit is just kind of out of place, and I don't know how to talk about it. Back in the castle, we can see that the Ice King has already captured several princesses from all around Ooo. They whisper as they notice who is captured as well. Once thrown in jail, they make sure everyone is okay. They all talk about why the Ice King is doing this, and he explains he is testing them to see who he will end up marrying. Finn tries to reason with him to let them all go, but Ice King is having absolutely none of it. Ice King jokes that if they didn't want to be here, he would have killed them already. And whoa, that got real serious real fast. Now everyone is worried. Finn again reassures them that everything will be fine and they will all be married to the one that they want. This will come up again later. Do you see him? It's kind of hard to miss him this time. Finn checks his bag for anything they can use to distract the Ice King, and they go with his old flute. This is a nice looking flute. Dang. No! Ice King mocks them for their miserable escape attempt. He then proceeds to absolutely style on Finn and Jake. Jake comes to the rescue with Key Hand. Oh, dang. Ice King tells Jake to eat it, which is really funny because they just keep going back and forth for the whole episode. Since Jake just got iced for a second time, Finn gets extremely mad and challenges Ice King to a fight and is about ready to flip out. I don't like Finn losing it like this. Maybe it's the yelling that doesn't sound right, or maybe it's just childish. He is still a kid at this point, so I guess it's whatever. While Ice King leaves the room, Finn apologizes to the princesses for acting out and makes sure that they are still okay. We learn that they have been held captive for weeks. They say that the Ice King has mostly just been asking them questions and trying to play board games with them. LSP, in her usual manner, announces that she's bored and not having any fun right as the Ice King comes back. Ice King is shocked to hear that no one is having any fun, considering just last night he read them Baby Woozlefoot and the Wuddlebugs. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was curious, and so I looked it up. Apparently, one of the storyboard makers wrote out a little story for this book. It's on the Adventure Time wiki if you want to read it. That's actually so cool. I'm glad I checked that out. According to the princesses, though, it was lame, so read at your own boredom. Anyway, Ice King says, I know what'll be fun, and he hops on his keyboard, which I'm just now noticing has Mrs. Frog and a little drawing of Princess Bubblegum. I keep getting distracted, sorry. It's just so cool seeing all these small details I've never seen before. Ice King asks Wildberry Princess to try, but she says she can't play, so Ice King says to do it or I'll turn you into juice. Oh my god, Ice King, relax. That's so messed up. Terrified now. Everyone joins in with playing an instrument. Finn in this moment makes some pretty funny faces while coming up with another scheme. Ice King on his drums gets so into it, he hits a power move and breaks the set. Ice King then goes on to say how much fun that was. Finn, with his plan complete, admits that it was fun, and that he should go find more fun stuff to do. Ice King agrees, and Finn drops the facade to let everyone in on what's going to happen. The idea being that when Ice King comes back, they're going to fake having so much fun that Ice King won't be able to help but join in. And when he does, that's when they'll make a break for the exit. Ice King re-enters the room again with what looks like his own version of the board game Mousetrap and sees everyone partying in the jail. Even LSP is playing it up. Poor Jake can only watch. With a little more convincing, Ice King opens up the door and starts to party. Finn swiftly kicks him down and everyone runs. Ice King, confused, accuses Finn of ruining the party right as everyone was finally warming up to him. Finn says he is nuts for thinking that, and that he should talk to someone with more life experience. Someone like Jake. Jake is not happy about that comment. Ice King and Finn have a short fight, and Ice King says, ow my beard, which is pretty funny. But then he hits his head on one of the bars and gets knocked out cold. There is a lot of head trauma in these first few episodes. In his dream state, Ice King wonders what's wrong with him and why is he like this. Then the Cosmic Owl shows up and calls him a sociopath. Ice King does not take this well. He then starts making fun of Cosmic Owl, which is just so bad. The penguins wake him up, and he is sad to see that he is alone. Where's Betty when you need her? With the princesses saved, they make their way away from the Ice Kingdom. Do you remember when I said, Finn again reassures them that everything will be fine, and they will all be married to the one that they want? This will come up again later. Well, later is now. Slime Princess asks Finn to marry her. Finn, only being 12, is not super ready for that and asks Jake for help. Jake jumps in the conversation with, you don't want to marry him, and then adds an odd comment. All the princesses are disgusted, and Finn gets mad at Jake's joke, but I mean, hey, it worked, didn't it? And you did kind of ask him for help. This is a good episode. We learn a lot about the Ice King and meet some more of the princesses of Oo. I even learned some cool stuff that I never knew before with the Ice King's pet frogs and even having an actual story that you can go and read. There were some awesome details and some great scenes that just looked amazing. I knew I liked this episode, but after this watch through of it, I can say that I do actually like it a bit more. I think this episode sticks with me because it sets up Ice King, and it's rare to see Finn not wearing his usual blue shirt. And the idea of Jake being frozen in an ice cube with his key hand still there is just a funny image to me. But overall, this episode gets a thumbs up. Up next is Tree Trunks, and I don't really remember much about this episode, so this will be interesting.